ago, I first met Matt Denn at a meeting with my fellow State Teachers of the Year. And when he opened the meeting up to questions, I asked for his help in supporting the state-funded organization that provides critical professional development and teaching materials for teachers. The Lieutenant Governor was not aware of the organization, so he said, "I'll get back to you." Within a few weeks, Matt Denn not only learned more about the Delaware Teacher Center, he invited me and my colleagues to Dover to talk about it. And after that conversation, the Governor and the General Assembly decided to support the Delaware Teacher Center. That is not the only time that Matt has listened to teachers. When teachers told him that parents need to be more involved in their kids' educations, he started a statewide program with the State Chamber of Commerce to highlight and encourage parental engagement. When teachers told him that bullying was disrupting their schools, he went to work with the Attorney General to improve our state's anti-bullying laws. And when teachers at Richardson Park Early Learning Center told him about problems that they were having with child mental health, he helped start a pilot program there to coordinate care for some of the neediest students. That's why my fellow teachers and I love Matt Denn. That's why it is my pleasure to be here to support the Lieutenant Governor, who believes in the importance of education, who constantly visits Delaware schools, who frequently facilitates the State Teachers of the Year Advisory Board meetings, and who is the public official who listens to his constituents and who gets back to us with answers, and who deserves to be reelected.
You know, working with Matt these last 3.5 years has been absolutely one of the best parts of my job as governor. He's brilliant, he's funny, he's articulate, he's passionate, and he's compassionate. And he is also dogged. And I've seen many of those qualities up front and personally. Matt is always a voice for the voiceless. Those who are vulnerable in our state could not have a better advocate. And yet at the same time, he is rigorous and he is tough-minded when it comes to putting together a budget that keeps the growth in government down. Now, most people could not pull that off, advocating for the protection of the most vulnerable and the protection of the taxpayer all at the same time. And Matt does pull it off because he realizes that during these difficult economic times, the only way that we're going to be able to invest in our state's future prosperity and protect the most vulnerable is by looking everywhere for savings and efficiencies. And thanks to Matt's leadership, we've done all that. We've protected our AAA rating, we've kept the growth of government to a modest level, and we've invested in so many Delawareans in need. And for all of that, Matt deserves our highest thanks. Matt understands clearly that the investments that we're making in our kids is the most effective economic development investment our state can make. And for Matt, these investments are not about rhetoric and they're not about speech making. They're about getting real things done, like our initiative to increase over the next 5 years from 20 to 80% the percentage of poor kids in Delaware who are going to be enrolled in a quality-rated preschool program. That is a game changer, and it could not have happened without Matt. Let me be clear. Matt Denn is a fantastic public servant. All of us in Delaware are really fortunate to call him our Lieutenant Governor. I could not be more thrilled to serve with him, and I look forward, as I know you do, to 4 more years. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Denn.
4 years ago, I see a lot of familiar faces here. 4 years ago, I stood before many of you when I was running for Lieutenant Governor, and I said that I wanted to be an advocate for Delaware's children. And 4 years ago, I said that children who have no paid lobbyists needed a voice at the highest levels of state government. Even while fighting to solve the economic crisis that we inherited, Jack and I have made Delaware a much better place for kids. And I want to continue increasing opportunity for our children, and I want to continue shaping Delaware into a thriving economy where we'll all be able to enjoy good jobs. So to keep doing that work, I'm asking you today for the honor of serving a second term as your Lieutenant Governor. A child born today in Delaware has a better chance to succeed than a child born 4 years ago. Thanks to work that I've helped lead, children born in Delaware today will have more comprehensive developmental screening than any kids in America. We've become one of only 3 states in America to mandate the removal of dry cleaning chemicals, which are a probable cause of childhood leukemia, from our drinking water. And at the heart of it all is our schools. That is, as the governor said, make or break time for our kids. And our business leaders in this state also tell us that it is the linchpin to Delaware's economy. In the face of spiraling public school enrollment numbers, we've made controlling class size one of our budget priorities. And always, we listen to our teachers. But as we look to the future, there is still so much more to do, both for our kids and for our economy. And Jack Markell and I are the people to lead the charge in getting that job done. When it comes to investing in teachers, we should do even more, rewarding those teachers who take additional training and responsibility. Delaware ought to be the best place in America to be a good teacher, because that's how we're going to recruit and hold on to the teachers that our kids deserve. Helping our small businesses is and will continue to be a priority for me and Jack. This administration has made major efforts to help small businesses during this national economic downturn. But there is still one stubborn challenge facing our small businesses that they tell me is more of an obstacle than anything else to expanding and creating more jobs in this state. Too many of them still can't borrow money. Thanks to the state's new Small Business Credit Initiative, we've begun to step in to help small businesses get affordable credit from local banks. But we need to build on that effort. In the next 4 years, the state ought to build on this initiative to allow even more small businesses to take part. So, that's my agenda if I'm elected for another 4 years, to help secure our state's economy by ensuring that Delaware is the best place in America to raise a child and the best place in America to build a business. In the Delaware that you and I believe in the Delaware where I grew up, nothing was guaranteed, but everything was possible. And that's what I want for Adam and Zach. That's what I want for every kid in the state. That's what I want for every young person who's struggling to find work. And that's what I want for every Delawarean who's working hard to keep a job or to learn a new one. We want a Delaware where our brightest days are ahead of us and where our kids and our grandkids will live better lives than we have. So I hope that you will give me 4 more years to continue to strive to make true the words of the great American poet Walt Whitman, who told us that the strongest and sweetest songs remain to be sung. Thank you for being here today to share this day with me and my family, and let's win this thing in November. Thank you.